Hey guys, Shane here at Tanko Miniatures with Josh.
Hello, hello.
And we're just doing a quick update because we've had a couple of good detachments come out, which is specifically tank detachments, which I wasn't expecting. I thought I'd have to wait till we got the Guard Codex to get anything tank related. So this is a big surprise.
Well, it's Christmas for you too, Shane.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So yeah, what did you think of the Star Shatter? I mean, are you gonna use this for your Necrons?
Yes, with a capital Y. This is genuinely a really good detachment in my eyes. Now, Necrons have been mostly hit, but a little bit of miss in some of their detachments. Annihilation, Legion, I think that's the key one there for Destroyers, has just not been very good.
Yeah, I think this is what you're going to use instead of that. This is going to be better.
Oh yeah, like this is miles better because it actually works. See, it combines the Wakened Legion's broad +1 to hit, and it just gives it to everything that's shooting an objective marker, and that's great.
Pretty much. Fantastic. What did Warriors already do when they shot at something on a target?
Well, it's Immortals in this case. Immortals reroll wounds when shooting on an objective.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this doesn't just help your bigger stuff, your vehicles and your mounted, because this.
This is going to be quite good for a lot of things.
Yeah, honestly. Literally anything. So that's crazy, but it is neat how it specifically gives assault to Necron vehicles.
Yes.
It's like, you're no longer a campy. I mean, that's the thing. A lot of stuff is pretty good movement-wise for Necrons because everything has fly, everything's got a decent speed. But yeah, a lot of things having heavy, but also assault. So you got the best of both worlds now.
It really is, and that's the thing. Our vehicles didn't really have anything in the way of assault before this.
No, there was no real way to buff vehicles in any of them. I mean, I went through in my whole detachments for tank detachments when the Codex came out. So this is really interesting. So you got your one for going through terrain features. That's awesome. Yep. That's super helpful. Just re-rolling the ones to wound. You got move really fast.
Oh no, that one up the top there, that's +1 to wound.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
So you're already getting +1 to hit, and then you're getting +1 to wound. I think this is going to be pretty strong. So, I mean, how you make a tank army out of this? I had a quick go.
Yep.
Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. So, I think kind of what they wanted you to do is really maximize your command barges. So, I went with this. Did I give it any? Yeah, I gave it the extra point. It was hard to figure out if I wanted extra points for the enhancements, because I think you want to go all the enhancements.
Oh, you do.
Because... yeah, the Dread Majesty, you just shoot a bubble. So the idea of that is you keep your either Annihilation Barges or your Doomsday Arcs. You keep both of them.
Yeah.
Just in that circle, you have your Death Star there. Because
you can with the heavy, you can either sit the Doomsday Arc where it is, get those two to hit, and you're re-rolling anyway, or you can just be shooting at anything that's on an objective. You're getting those twos again.
Pretty much. So yeah,
it's insane. It's utterly insane, and I love it.
Yeah. No, it's pretty much like playing how I did with the Custodes in the tournament. It's like everything hits on twos, and you're just always moving. So so that's pretty cool.
It's really cool.
The leader one, being able to fall back and then shooting is insanely good. Like having that with the Vindicators and stuff, that was really helpful because I could just charge in, then fall back and shoot, really pushing people back.
Now think of the physical dimensions of a Doomsday Arc. That is a long boy. You turn it on its side, that is a big wide
That's a big
screen.
wall. That's right.
Large. Yeah, you just pull him back, you fire into the gap.
And then So a lot of real fun maneuvering stuff, and the Mancing Fields, just select a guy next to the guy and get neg1 from damage. Like, you've already got pretty good invulns, like the Annihilation Badge 4-up invuln, Doomsday Arrow 4-up invuln, and everything's regenerating. This is going to make the army itself really hard to bring down as well.
Very much so. There is, however, one vehicle you may not have been taken into account for, because it doesn't really look like a tank.
Which one's that?
That'd be the Silent King. He's a vehicle.
Oh, I did not think of that. So you reckon bring him?
Oh, he is so expensive, don't get me wrong.
420 points. I guess
420
so.
points. It's a very nice number, but it's very expensive. Just think about it. You hide one of your command barges behind the Silent King.
Yeah, I could.
The Silent King is the premier target. You hit him, and you just keep hitting him until the match is over. He is just that tough. Now, here's the thing. If you have the Silent King has an aura, a 6-inch aura on himself.
That's right, we're looking at that.
Reroll hits and wounds of 1.
Oh, he does? Oh, yeah. Silent King aura, leaderships. Yeah. Oh, I see. You can just select one. Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much with that enhancement. So you wouldn't have to bring that enhancement. He already has.
Have to.
Oh,
but having two.
You could double up on that. I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay. Well, the one I went for, just a normal one. So yeah, your 3 barges, 3 annihilation barges.
Yep.
All the Teslas. So you're really maximizing and dealing the mortal wounds, shooting off, and that's your anti-infantry sort of lot. I'd say the command barges, they're more anti-heavy infantry. So you got anti-light infantry to heavy, because Gauss cannons are they're all right.
They're all right. They used to be better last edition. It's weird to get the degrade. But what you could do is you could swap out the Staff of Light for the Overlord's Blade. That's like a Strength 8, devastating wounds. It's a beefy blade.
Yeah, it is more damage, but I mean overall,
what you do with your command barges is you screen with them. You literally shove your command barge in the face of an enemy saying, no, you've got to get past this guy.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. I was going more Staff of Light just so they got more shooting. But yeah, I guess a bit better melee is also good. But yeah, then of course you got your Doomsday Arcs because they're always good.
Yes.
And then I figured a couple of like you could go 3 Doomsday Arcs and you could work on this.
A lot of flexibility is going to come from your Triarch Stalkers with their weapon loadouts. You've got the Particle Shredder, and that's just everything the autocannon wants to be.
Yeah, I think the Particle Shredder is probably the best way to go because it's a lot of attacks, D6 plus 6 blast, and it's dev wounds. It's similar to the Eldar tank that has the dev wounds.
Exactly.
That I abused until they got nerfed really hard. That's my fault. 100% my fault. So I feel the Particle Shredder is just good. And also it'll strip cover, so they're a good supporting unit. Yeah, so I think this would be a pretty strong way to go. Because like I said, you also got, massive amount of speed with this. It's pretty decent in melee because, with the command barges, they can hold their own in combat. The Triarch Stalkers hold their own in combat pretty good. And you've got your, anti-infantry, anti-heavy, anti-large options fully available. So I feel this would work for 1500.
I think that's a pretty strong list for 1500. If we're talking strictly vehicles, that's about as good as I reckon you're
getting. Yeah, if you're going full tanks, because again, you wouldn't want to bring a monolith or anything because it specifically says doesn't affect Titanic.
Yeah, I wanted a running monolith. Can I say that?
I feel a monolith would just sort of weigh down the list a bit.
Yeah.
So
it's a chunky block of points that can get locked down pretty easily.
Yeah, no, exactly. So yeah, that's pretty much what we have for Necron. Like I said, I didn't see this army coming. Like it's weird.
This is great. I was hoping.
Yeah, it's just so weird because, like, why would they think vehicle focus? Like, that they don't have one, but it's the fact that they were even thinking of having one.
What can I say? Your channel's reaching more people than you think.
Well, that's what I said. That's exactly why I said 10th edition is the way it is because we started Tank Hunter in 9th edition. And we said how bad tanks were, and we needed our own game just to fix that. And then they fixed it. They fixed it for 10th. when the Guard Codex came out in 9th, and I accurately predicted all the costs of the Guard tanks. Yeah, I already worked out exactly what they did. They just took 20% points off of everything, and that's what I predicted they would do. So yeah, I did that before they did that. They're definitely stealing all my ideas. So let's look at the Custodes one now, the Soulless Spearhead. I don't really know what else they could have done for Custodes, but this is pretty fun. I like this because it wasn't just, and again, it's vehicles, but it's so specific because it's got your bonuses just for walkers and your bonuses for all vehicles. So it's like, yes, you can have tanks, but have you considered not having tanks? And that gives cool options.
It's a pretty radical take, especially since so much of the Custodes is focusing on like small squads or specializations within it, custodian guards or terminators or sisters of silence, and now finally we're talking about the heavy guys that don't really get a look in so far. Yeah,
it's funny because, well, pretty much all the other detachments for the whole Custodes Codex, they're all pretty much the same. It's just one you have some Sisters of Silence, one you only have Sisters of Silence, and the others were just, you have a lot of heroes or you just have whatever. It was so weird. It was not a great codex, the Custodes. They didn't have a lot to work with, I guess.
Yeah, there's a lot of Forge World in that.
Well, pretty much Forge World is carrying the army. Pretty much, it's been carrying it since day one, really.
I mean, you spray paint your entire army gold. What do you expect to do? Not spend a lot of money on it?
Well, that's it. So yeah, I mean, with the old tank army that I was using, having the ability to the reroll hit rolls of 1, I mean, it already hits on 2s, so that's pretty cool. And the fact that you can get a lot of lethals and you get sustained, so that helps you boost those strats. And whatchamacallit, and then you get more strong the more damage you take. It's sort of, because that's the thing, you don't have a support for your vehicles. You don't have a tech priest to repair stuff. You don't have a way to make things better, so they have to be self-reliant. And this really makes them more self-reliant. Sort of like with the Sisters, how when you take the damage, you become better to hit. That's why they're doing so well. In a lot of cases, bringing the heavy vehicle lists. So they've taken that, but then, given the old dreads +2 movement, and then the bonus to charge in advance, and now you can have character dreadnoughts.
I mean, I'm seeing this and seeing you just turn 2 dreadnoughts into characters and thinking to myself, why don't they have a Dreadnought character already?
I love Dreadnought characters. I miss them so much. The old whatchamacallit, Chaplain Dreadnought. That was like the best. That was the best Dreadnought model. So yeah, I had an idea with this one. So pretty much instead of taking vehicles, because we've already looked at vehicles. As good as this is for vehicles, it's pretty like self-explanatory. It just boosts them. It doesn't mean you can do special tricks. I mean, you can Kool-Aid Man yourself through things again. I think everyone's going to get something like this, the Unstoppable one.
I'm personally waiting for it to become a core stratagem.
Yeah, it really needs to be. I think they're stealing my ideas. I think they've realized how good vehicles are, and they... See, I thought they were going to go against vehicles. They were going to say, hey, maybe we'll pull back from buffing vehicles like they did when Nexus came out. And they were like, all right, let's give Battle Line stuff more incentive. But now they've just doubled down. Nah, make vehicles great again. It really feels that way, so...
Someone out there with a golden peaked cap saying, we're going to make vehicles great again. We're going to paint everything gold.
They really are. So you got a lot of great strategies with this, and it's like Custodes vehicles or just Custode sort of units. So they're all pretty useful. So the way I feel it should be, so we go, let me bring up the list I made. So you got your 2 Telmon heavy dreadnoughts.
Yep.
So you make them your characters. So I've given one of them the... Which one? Yeah. You give the one with the dual fists the increase to attack, strength, and damage. I didn't feel like this makes sense putting on really anyone else. Because if you look at the other guys, you look at the Condemptor, it's like, yeah, if he has +1 attack and damage, he's already got 5 attacks, strength 12, like going strength 13 from strength 12, that's going to do nothing. D6 +2 instead of D6 +1, that's really much for muchness. It's mostly the extra attack you want. But they already have Lance as well, so it's like you're already doing as much as you can here. I feel it'd be wasted on this guy.
Let's be honest, it's already got Lance on the charge.
Yeah.
It's probably winning everything on too.
The Gallus Warblade, again, like having damage 4 from damage 3, there's not much that would really affect. Because with this, you're one-hitting like heavy marine guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Terminator.
Most bikes. The only thing is, it doesn't punch well against heavy tanks, and +1 strength doesn't get you over that 10 threshold.
That will do nothing. Going strength 9 from strength 8 is completely pointless. That will do nothing. Like I said, mostly the extra attack you want. So the Telmont, going with the, if you take dual Castis, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Alright, whatever. So you take dual of them, so he gets +2 attack. So he now has 8 attacks with that. 12 to 13 is... That's kind of useful, because now you can punch like a Rogel Dawn on a 3 to wound a Rogel Dawn. So that's actually pretty neat. And you're doing 4 damage, so that's good against vehicles. So now he's good against heavy infantry and heavy vehicles. All vehicles he's now destroying.
That is pretty potent.
So, yeah, I like having this combo, giving him the extra attacks. He's just going to be an absolute fisting machine. You don't want to be on the other end of that. So I figured the other one, and that's the thing, he's already taking 1 from damage. So you give the other one, I feel, just the twin storm cannon. So you're really optimizing on those devastating wounds. You're going 24 attacks now, and just shooting the heck out of everything, getting dev wounds. You put him up front, and you give him the... where is it? Yeah, give him a 5-up, feel no pain. This guy is not going down very easy.
No, that's going to be crazy hard to put down.
Yeah, giving a Telmon Heavy Dreadnought 5-up, feel no pain. He's already got he's already got 2-up armor. So, yeah, this is going to be one of the tankiest dreadnoughts in the game. So I figure you have your... Yeah, you have your tank here. He's going to be... Whatchamacallit? He's just going to be soaking everything. Put him up front. You have this guy also running in to do some fisting. The Incinerators ones. So these are good because they're anti-large, and they're anti-infantry. You just got to take the Incinerators, because the other weapons, like the Storm Bolter, meh, that's, it's a Storm Bolter, it's whatever.
That's pretty meh.
And the Destructor is like...
I don't know what that's supposed to be.
Because it's one shot, so you have 2 shots of twin-linked, but they're only, strength 6, 3 down. What are they supposed to be doing? It can take out a Marine. 1 Marine. It's like, why?
I got nothing for you.
So I feel the Incinerator, because it's 2 heavy flamers. 2 heavy flamers, that's always going to be useful.
Yes. Crowd clearing, the fact that you don't actually have to even hit, it's just a number of automatic hits.
Yeah, I mean, he's hit on 2s anyway, but still, it's good to just remove the hit phase, and he's going to be able to shoot that into combat as well.
On top of that, great for counter charges, because they're coming at you, you're automatically screening with Overwatch.
That's a good point. So you get 3 of these guys, and they're going to be... what's their fun... Oh, they just do immortal wounds. So you got another thing doing immortal wounds. The Galatis. This is a really great one, because they got the 4-up involved, and in melee, subtracting 1 for the wound roll.
Oh lord.
So again, giving them the feel no pain. They're already pretty good. So
this is 40k's ogre army, I think. This is
absolutely, George.
Is the big boys.
Yeah, I remember George said that originally when we were talking, comparing fantasy to 40k. Custodes is ogres.
This is you put 8 guys, not 8 units, not even 8 small units. You put 8 individual people on the board and then just proceed to put the boot in the most awful way possible. I am looking at this in dread and awe.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah, you go against this guy's clearing out maybe even a Terminator squad, depending how lucky the Terminator squad, and because just give him sustained hits every time.
Yep.
And he's just gonna get at least maybe even whatchamacallit, 10 attacks, because he's gonna be rerolling 1s, because he's probably gonna take a damage at some point. So rerolling 1s to hitting on 2s. Yeah, 3 of these guys, not just 1, 3 of them. 3 of these, 2 of the dread, so that's 8 dreadnoughts for 1,500 points, who are nigh on unstoppable. And the Telemont. So the Telemont with the +2 to movement, they're moving at 10 inches.
Yeah, 8 inches is already too fast for something that dangerous.
Yeah, they're already moving as fast as like a rhino, like another tank. And the other ones are moving at 8 inches instead of 6. So they're now really fast as well.
Yeah. On top of that, you get +1 to your advance and charge rolls. They have an OC of 5. Let's see, below starting, so any damage, it's reroll hits of 1. Half strength is reroll wounds of 1. Like, these things are wounding most everything on 3s that they would be specifically targeting.
Yeah.
This is an incredibly lethal army, but you're gonna feel every loss.
Oh, pretty much. As soon as things start falling apart, as soon as one side falls apart, you sort of collapse in on yourself. So you gotta be fast. You gotta be moving all the time. You cannot slow down. But I really feel like this is what they wanted you to do this. I was like, I could have brought some of the grav tanks as well. But like I said, grav tanks don't really need the buffs that much, especially what I found playing with them. They pretty much took care of things without any support. They just did their jobs. So having the rerolls is nice, but it's not like a game changer. But for these guys, this is a big game changer. This changes just made their efficiency so much greater. I can't. I was going to give a percentage, but I don't know what percent better it makes them.
Big percent. It's big percent improvement.
Yeah. No.
I'm just looking at the stratagems you can run with this. So, flawless construction, bouncing anti-tank shots against it. Emperor's Vengeance. I think you could just really put the boot in even further. It's like, your enemy's finally happy they've got something that gives them, say, mortal wounds on a charge. You pull the old Emperor's Vengeance on your Telemon. That's a 3-up. You just get to whack him back, and his hammer unit disintegrates at your touch. Like, I'm not going to win this fight, but you're gonna lose here, even worse sort of attitude. That strikes me as really core Custodes.
Pretty much, and Wrathful Advance. Oh, I'm just gonna keep following you. You want to run away? There is no escape. You're locked in.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
You're trapped in here with me. So this is probably this just makes the whole If this was in the Codex, we were talking in the other Discord group I'm in. Like, if they made brought this out upon Codex release, put a Dreadnought starter set in, that would have sold out instantly. Yeah, so big push for them. So
I get the feeling, call me crazy, I get the feeling GW has hidden in a filing cabinet somewhere 5 or 6 more detachments for most factions that are this quality of awesome. And we're going to get dripped this over the next couple of years, and we're going to be so hungry for the next one. I love these, but God, I wish there were more of them.
Well, that's it. I mean, that's kind of the good thing about this edition, is you don't really need to do much to make your army feel like it's a different army. I like how we have a lot more versatility than we used to have, especially at the end of 8th, where it's just, here are the good detachments, only use them.
Yes,
Don't think
here's your list. Go and have the level of fun you can get.
Yeah, no, there's no incentive to bring anything else, just the powerful one. So, I mean, it is kind of, like I said, this is probably the most powerful one they brought out for these guys, but, you know, the other lists are for fun. They really need to separate what I think is, here's what you play for Crusade, here's what you play for fun, so you, like, play that Sisters of Battle, the Sisters of Silence army. That's your fun army. Maybe they need to, you know, put out asterisks on it, say, hey, this is just fun, and put an asterisk when it's like, this one is your powerful.
I think there's a point to that. Like, if they had a couple of detachments that were really finely tuned and balanced, and those are your tournament detachments. If you want to play in a tournament setting, use a tournament detachment. And then you have a big sweeping list that they can sort of make changes to. Doesn't have to be balanced, could be really fun, and just all the rest of the lists go in that one until it's proven to be balanced or something like that. And then you have your, these will never be used in a formal tournament, but guys go nuts.
Yeah, pretty much they need to separate the thematic from the incredibly efficient.
It is just a tabletop game after all.
Yeah, and it's a dice game. Anything could happen. So yeah, Solar Spearhead, probably one of the more powerful of like all that we've seen so far. Like I was saying, I don't think I'll use the Kill Team one, the whatchamacallit, Death Watch. That really, it's like nice having the abilities for vehicles, but you can't use any of the strats aside from Armor of Contempt.
Yep.
So you can't use that one. Of course, the Tyrannid one, you can't use that either. So yeah, it'd be surprising what other ones we get. The Tau one, some people were saying that might be vehicle focused as well. I don't know that it will be. It'd be really surprising if it was a vehicle focused Tau that comes out for them.
It could be nice if it's a super heavy one. They've got all those big clunking walkers, and they don't really use them all that much.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Like I said, the next, Guard. I have a feeling the Guard one's going to be Scions, because it doesn't sound like Scions is going to be in the Codex. So I have a feeling they're going to bring out a Scions one, and it'll go with the new, like those Kill Team guys that have the jetpacks. Yeah. I feel it'll benefit those as well and encourage more people to buy jetpack, Scions. So that would be really good, I think, and that's a really strong list to play as Guard as well. And it's really different from just bringing... that's a good thing about Guard, is look, very many play styles.
Oh, yeah.
Just within one army. And like I said, this is really great for Custodes. So it's a whole different play style, because while having Dreadnoughts was good, they sort of just... They get bogged down too easy. I saw a lot of game with Dreadnoughts sort of get stuck in a lot of places, and it's like they're scary, but people can just avoid them. This really makes it so the Dreadnoughts are unavoidable now.
Yep, and I am genuinely worried looking at these lists.
So I think, I think once we're done with all the tank armies, maybe I'll move on to all Dread armies.
That takes me back, God.
Yeah, that was how we started. Valley of Dread, that were good days. But yeah, so far, pretty good results, especially for these two guys. I think everyone's going to have... Like, so far we haven't really seen a bad detachment come out from these.
That's what scares me about this whole thing. They've all been good, and they've just been waiting with these?
I don't know, or maybe someone got a real good kick and said, hey, do better. I don't know. Yeah, like you said, maybe there was an Evolt, and maybe they're like, the players seem unhappy, add more detachments, and then just pull the cord and the detachments fall into the pit.
Yep.
Fantastic. All right. Well, that's it for this video. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think of the new detachments, what you hope's going to come out soon, what you like, what you're planning to start soon. Because I can see a lot of people starting up some new Custode Dread Heavy armies. It's going to happen. You will see it very soon.
Forge World's going to be eaten well soon.
Oh, man, they're going to... Yeah, no dog food for Victor tonight. Alright, well, thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Gotcha.